Hi, I'm Reb Myron. I'm a minister through Pathways of Light, and I've been a Course in Miracles student for 44 years. I'm going through the lessons again this year, asking Jesus for clarity, and then I write from that clarity, and that's what I'll be sharing with you today. Let me mention my background. That's a lovely painting from Lana Carolan, and just a lot of gratitude to her for allowing me to use her work. So we're looking at lesson 140, only salvation can be said to cure. And this is from the lesson. Cure is a word that cannot be applied to any remedy the world accepts as beneficial. What the world perceives as therapeutic is but what will make the body better. So the world's idea of healing is very different from the healing of A Course in Miracles. The world seeks to relieve symptoms, improve conditions, and make the body more comfortable. And while there's nothing wrong with temporarily easing suffering, Jesus tells us clearly that this is not true healing because it does not address the cause. It simply changes the form the illusion takes. The body is not the cause of sickness. The mind that believes it's separate from God is sick, and the body merely reflects that confusion. When I experience pain, fear, illness, anxiety, or distress of any kind, I can use it as a signal that I have chosen wrongly in the mind. I can ask the Holy Spirit to show me the mistaken belief underneath the form. Here's something else it tells us. Atonement heals with certainty because it removes the cause rather than rearranging effects. Jesus tells us that sickness is another form of guilt. For the mind which understands that sickness can be nothing but a dream is not deceived by forms the dream may take. Sickness where guilt is absent cannot come, for it is but another form of guilt. This does not mean we should deny symptoms or pretend not to feel pain. It means we stop treating the body as the source of the problem. In fact, denying pain does not make it go away, and the denial can be dangerous. One time when I suffered intense pain for about 12 hours, I was given clear directions that startled me out of my pain stupor. Jesus said that the pain was going to save my life because it would get me to the emergency room. If I had not listened, I would have died. So, yes, I can still care for the body while recognizing that true healing occurs in the mind. I can allow my mind to be healed of the belief that I could be separate, vulnerable, or sick. The ego wants us to believe some problems are more serious than others. It says physical illness is worse than anxiety, betrayal worse than irritation, loss worse than inconvenience. But the Holy Spirit sees all illusions as equally unreal. There are not large mistakes and small mistakes in truth. There's only the mistaken belief in separation appearing in many forms. The world offers endless substitutes and magic formulas to solve problems within the dream. And sometimes those forms may seem helpful for a while, but Jesus says we're still asleep if we merely exchange one illusion for another. Real healing awakens us from the dream itself. The Holy Spirit's happy dream is different from the ego's attempt to make the dream more comfortable. The Holy Spirit does not replace painful illusions with pleasant ones so we can remain asleep more peacefully. The happy dream is a bridge to awakening. It gently loosens our investment in fear and guilt until we're willing to wake entirely. The healing offered by the Holy Spirit is therefore always gentle, always loving, and always directed toward awakening to truth. It restores peace to the mind by reminding us what we really are. Today, I do not ask merely for relief from symptoms. I ask to see differently. I ask to be healed at the level of cause. I ask to remember that nothing real can be threatened and that the Son of God remains as God created him. only salvation can be said to cure. Speak to us, Father, that we may be healed. Thank you so much for joining me in this reading. I hope that you find it helpful. If you did, then please like it. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. And I'll be back soon with another reading. See you then.